I decided to get up off my butt and go for a walk here. So I'm outside now, heck of a deal. And I looked at all these clouds in the sky and decided I had to make another video because we got to go home in just a couple of weeks, right after Easter. We're going to come home right after Easter. Trying to find a motel in the States Easter weekend is not easy. We did that 3 years ago, so we're not doing that again. Anyway, I got these here clouds. Oh shit. Sorry for the little curse. I stepped off into a hole here. Anyway, I thought the sky was so freaking beautiful today. Clouds way off in the distance, fluffy white clouds. Go any higher than that and I'm gonna get nothing but sunlight in the video. I don't want to do that. I still haven't figured out how to make these videos smoother. They jerk around too much. I can't be, no, I know I'm a jerk. That's not the point. but yeah, holding the camera steady or having the camera be steady on the phone here, real difficult. Oh, real difficult. Hey, I tell you what though, I learned how to pause. So we'll pause this for just a second and I'll be back in a minute or two. Now let's look at some flowers again for a minute. That's got to be one of the ugliest plants around. Actually, there's an ugly plant right next to it. Two different greens there. Pretty flower. Ugly plant. We go up and we get lots of those. Look at the size of this booger. Okay. Pretty little flowers. Ugly. Everything is ugly. Those seed pods over there. Ugly. Poke you and hurt you. Got pretty red flowers way over yonder. All right. Now there's another vine over here. I want some seeds from it. Except it looks like the booger's already dead already. Well, I'm gonna pause it again while I look for this vine that I enjoy, if it's around here anywhere. These are our neighbors over yonder across the highway. The local flower pot vendor. Bought a whole bunch of them. We got them at the house. Bought 4 new ones. Very pretty artwork. And they're in the house, and here's our beloved highway. My oh my. Now there's our handy volcano and Buena Vista up there on the hill. Place is growing faster than I want it to, but can't stop progress, I guess. We'll walk down yonder and have a look at that tree. There's a pretty tree down there. See the thing with all the purple flowers on it? Heck of a deal. My, this has got to be the most boring video in the whole world today. All right, back in a minute. Now this is actually a street. You got houses on both sides of it. I'm not going to go up there. It's very short. Had ourselves a little fire here. There's always an abundance of trash. As we bounce along. I should get the GoPro out and video with that. I can at least strap that to my chest and not be holding it in my hand like I have to do here. Now there's a new buffet opened up. I think they're only going to work on the weekends here. Not really sure. I mean, this is going to be something getting a new business going here because he's got lots of competition. And we got lots of people that have lost it. This is a fairly gentle curve here, okay? Road comes up there, and I'm winding around here. Here's your handy rain culvert. And it's banked. I like the old roads here banked really nice. That's about all you can say about them. They're not maintained very well, holes wise. But see this here curve? And then you got this nice tree with all the nice boulders stacked around it. And then, of course, people have hit this tree and died in the process. Now, looky here. This is another road. I only figured this out a little while ago. Didn't know why the rocks are all sitting here blocking the way, but look at the street lights. This is a freaking road that they just never did anything with. So they threw the rocks up here. I do not know why, but that's what we got. Heck of a deal. Now we got your handy memorials. Here's let's see, who is this gentleman's name? This is Ramiro Pina Garcia. 42 years old. Crashed and died here. And then we got a couple more folks across the highway there. Right on the edge. Don't know who that or what or where, but alcohol probably. Anyway, that new buffet is what all this road work, I call this road work. See all these handiwork, looks like a scraper came along here and scraped. And look, this is actually parking spaces. They've delineated parking spaces, Mickey Mouse would like, with this lime, I suppose, that they sprinkled on the ground. And they moved all this crap out of the way. And up here, this used to be grass growing all the way up to the edge of this banqueta. I don't know what else you call it here. Just a slab of concrete. Now, you know, I used to sit here and watch the traffic go by. And they cleaned it all up. Tore it all up. So here's the new place. El Comalito. I don't really care for the dueños. We were over here when they opened up this past Sunday. And I spoke to the guy a little bit. He was a little bit short. Short with me, short with the wife. The wife didn't care for him either. But anyway, there's that pretty tree I wanted to take a picture of. Ooh, bouncing around against the rocks. Anyway, they did all this scraping around here so that people could drive in here and park in front of their new restaurant. There's Orazio. Tell you what, you know, go up to that hill. I walked up there the other day. See where that microwave antenna is, where the cell phone tower, rather? Walked all the way up there. You can see for a long ways from up there. There's some pretty houses, too. Nice houses. I'm not even sure if anybody lives in them, you know. There are some wealthy people that I suppose they come up here to get away from it all. From Morelia. Wealthy enough to build a house they don't have to live in. Here's our place down yonder. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Another taco place right there. A little toot of the horn. How friendly. A friendly man. Friendly trucker. Well, I got another car coming here. Now you don't fart around down here on the highway. You get across and you're across. No messing around. We had that, oh gosh, what's he? Cousin of my wife's that was killed here just last year. Thought he could get across the road when he couldn't and got hit by a pickup truck. Launched him about 50 yards, killed him. And of course the guy that hit him ran off. I mean, what's the use of sticking around? If the guy's dead, you hanging around and, oh yeah, I did it, I'm real sorry. That ain't gonna help anybody. It's not gonna help anybody for you to go to jail because some guy ran out in front of you and got killed. There's another memorial right there. Nasty stuff. Anyway, you don't hang around on the road. You get across it and get across it. These flowers were a lot prettier just a couple days ago. Where's my place down there? Can't actually see my bougainvillea yet. Maybe in a couple years. Anyway. Okay, enough of this boring thing. I'll let you go. Hope it didn't ruin your day. Oh, a little bit of trash. Want to see some trash? Yep. Mexico. Ain't nothing like it. All right, I'm going to sign off. We don't want to bore everybody half to death. See you next time.